Well, it's cold out there, folks. It's raining outside. Summer's done. It's done, right? Cold weather sucks. Your hands hurt, get wet, start shivering, you're riding all. I hate it. What you could do is get yourself some super warm motorcycle gear, bundle up and go back out there, right? Personally, I have a problem with some of that stuff. It's just too bulky. You feel like a big marshmallow with it on. If I'm not stiff from the cold, then I'm just stiff from my big, puffy, warm jacket. The gloves are all thick. I can't feel the controls. And the worst part is, it still doesn't even work. After a few minutes of riding, my hands still get cold. And most importantly, I've got some nice gear here that I enjoy wearing. My Klein gear that I just recently got for doing my adventure trip, and it's really, really nice. Good protection, easy to move around in. However, it's definitely oriented for the summer months. There's not even an option to put a liner in this gear. It's got a whole mesh inside to it. Very breathable. Same with the pants, same with the gloves. But I like that gear. What if there was a way to take my summer gear and push it into the winter months? Now, I know some of you will say, you just need to get yourself a good 4-season gear. Well, I say that that's bullshit. Gore-Texes and breathable this and that and high dollar whatever, they're nice and all, but you pull all those liners out and open it up and try to go ride on a hot Texas day. With that humidity, no. You're gonna have heat stroke if you don't. The truth is, I don't know if this is gonna work. I've got some stuff over here. I talked again with Revzilla about this, who was cool enough to set me up with all this stuff. Big thanks to Revzilla. Here we are, pretend this is summer gear, okay? Pretend really hard. The cold weather's gonna come, and this thing breathes like crazy, right? We got the rain hitting us. What am I trying to visualize here? This is garbage. So we need to make some kind of layer that protects us from the rain and helps hold heat in, represented by this color, and possibly even produce our own heat. Yes. Yes, this is visually good. You understand this now. 3 systems we're gonna have, okay? I was gonna do like a control test, throw all my summer gear on and go for a ride right now. And I would, but it's raining out there, okay? So can we just pretend that Jake came back in here and said, oh, my hands were cold and it sucks, okay? Visually, everybody do that. Good. Y'all wanna know something crazy? I have several videos of mine blocked, several of them in the USA.
Fortunately, I do have a VPN, which is also today's video sponsor. That's NordVPN, and I can actually rewatch those videos by just simply switching my location. I can't believe it though. Like, what did I do? They'll censor things from you, these different websites. They're gonna data log all the stuff you're doing. They wanna see your location, and I just don't think that's necessary. Nor do I appreciate them, Mr. YouTube, blocking my video in certain countries. But with NordVPN, I can switch which country I'm coming from, and I can still see the video. And I know I'm safe if I'm out traveling using Wi-Fi networks, because NordVPN is double encrypting all of your data. They have 5,500 servers in many locations around the world. And I regularly will scroll through Netflix or Disney Plus, change which country I am, and get a whole new list of things to watch. You can have up to 6 connections simultaneously. Nord has 24-hour customer support and a 30-day money-back guarantee.
And they're doing a really cool thing right now where for every 2-year membership you sign up for, you'll get 4 additional months for free. It's nordvpn.com/TheGardenSnake, and you have to use coupon code TheGardenSnake at checkout, and you will get that deal. Heck, you can get it for somebody for Christmas if you haven't gotten them something already. Mom or dad, they might not always think of these things. You know, it's a good, yeah, I'm helping you out here. At least try it out. Like I said, you got a money back guarantee if you don't like it. So I'd say at least give it a shot. For me, for your boy Jake, I'm telling you, you're gonna like it just for the Netflix thing, okay? Trust me. And thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring the video. And let's get back to it. According to the guys and gals at the Revzilla using their Gear Geek thing, that's where you can just ask them, like you can do it through the thing. You can chat with them, I think you can call them up. They really are smart, okay? I've been riding for a long time. I don't pretend to know everything, especially when it comes to gear. And gear is always evolving and changing, so really should utilize that, guys. Don't be too, oh, I've done my research, I know. I had an idea how I wanted to do this, and they were like, no, that's dumb. Let's not even talk about what I wanted to do. This is the first sort of step, which is a base layer. This is their Freeze Out brand here, which I believe is an in-house brand for Revzilla. Now, I normally like to wear a base layer in the summer too. I think a base layer is super nice all year round, just to have something between your skin and your outer gear. The summertime, when you're wearing the sort of heat out ones, those are helping you expel the heat from your body. It's really, really nice. Switch over to winter time, and we're doing the other thing. We're trying to hold the heat in. It's actually quite cool in here right now, so it's kind of nice just putting this on my face, but let me take that off for the time being. Okay, any exposed skin you have though, like that out in the air, it's just heat that's gonna get pulled off your body. A long sleeve base layer shirt and pants. One of the other things you should probably look into is some gloves. And these are not the right gloves. I just want to think of these as a placeholder for what we have coming up, stage 3, okay? We have something that's gonna do better. But this right here, minus the gloves, should be the first step we need to staying a bit warm, holding that heat in. Another thing that the people at RevZilla reminded me of, fogging is a real issue on the face shield, and suggested I get something here called a pin lock. I've never had one of these before, but I do understand how it works because I'm a dad and I understand certain things like double pane windows. But basically, and we've all seen it, when it gets a little cool out, your visor will just start fogging up. That's because the air you breathe out is all hot and moist. And then you have the glass on your visor is nice and cold from the outside, so that warm air will condense onto the visor. Then you're stopped at the light trying to crack the visor, let it dry out. But then the problem is it gets really cold on both sides of the glass then, and as soon as you get moving, you have to try to leave it cracked, and your face is just super, super cold. This is basically like a piece of plastic glass. It's gonna go into our visor here and create a double layer inside of it. You'll have a layer of glass, a layer of air, another layer of glass. That little layer of air in there, that bit of air in there will act like a bit of insulation so that the inside part doesn't get super cold, stays more warm with the heat of your stupid face, and we don't have any silly fogging. I've been told these work really well. I have never done one before. I'm not gonna act like some expert. I literally just looked up Pinlock's own video on how to put it together, but I feel confident. Put some gloves on because everything needs to be really clean, and because it's all new in the package here, it should be fine. According to the video I saw, is you gotta stretch your visor out here, which seems a little iffy, but I think they can handle this. Delay took the visor, did this in the video. You gotta get one corner in here. All right, oh, there we go, okay. All right. Okay, so that makes a seal on there. Actually, changing this is one of the easiest ones I've ever done. Scorpion somehow managed to make a really complicated system where this thing can all flip up together and does its thing, yet taking the visor on and off is super easy. Make sure it's happy. And watch, this is like the cool thing this one does, is if you have this down and you do this, look how it brings the whole peak up there with it. You come back with it, goes back how it was. Look at that. I don't really notice it, anything unusual. It looks the same. There's no distortion or anything unusual. So that should help keep us a bit warmer, but what about the rain? To show you what I have planned for that, I think I have to get undressed and then get redressed with all this new stuff on. Okay, so here it is. I'm all geared up. Thermal, breathable, windproof, and wicking. I can tell it honestly is fairly good breathing because sometimes you need to put hot stuff on like this, stuff that's gonna keep you really warm. You just start sweating instantly. And I'm not sweating, I feel pretty good. This layer I have on is nice. It doesn't feel unusual. I mean, like I said, I'm normally wearing an underlayer anyway when I ride, so this doesn't feel any difference other than it's just a bit warmer now. Is it gonna be warm enough? I don't know. But one thing we know it's not gonna do is block the rain. It is raining outside right now. It's cold, dark, and raining. I've waited for the best conditions to do this in. Now this gear is actually somewhat water resistant. And I have seen that riding in the rain. You get to a point, it starts coming through. It does hold it back for a little while, but if we wanted to get it really well done, we have to add something else. From Nelson Rig, they sent me this, a rain suit, which I'm displaying terribly right now. Here, let me show you. Woo! All right, here we go. A rain suit. And they come in this bright orange or bright yellow color because, well, if you're riding in the rain, you need to be seen. The idea of something like this is it's meant to fit over your existing gear and be something you'd carry with you if you got caught in the rain. It will add a thermal layer in a way though, maybe not intentionally, but just because it is going to stop the wind full on, stop the rain. My boots themselves are already waterproof, so that's good. The idea of these is they're supposed to be large enough the way they come to just fit over your gear. So I ordered this in like a large, I normally just wear like a large jacket. Here's what I found. I had to send them back because the jacket portion fit me well, but the sleeves were too short. And I don't think I've got super long arms. I'm about 6 foot, but I do sometimes find on things that the sleeves are a little short. And then I found the pants, because I'm wearing big adventure boots and big adventure like knee braces, it just was a little too snug to put on. I haven't tried these ones yet. Let's see, this is the next size up. This is an XL. It's got to fit over some pretty bulky stuff here. That's got to be the hardest part, trying to get that on. Woo! All right. Yeah, this thing's definitely, you know, I mean, it's a bit bulky. It's got a string here to tighten them up, but this should keep the rain off of us. felt pretty warm once this plastic layer got on here, but I still feel pretty movable. I mean, it's kind of tight around my neck because I've got two different kind of hood things going up into the helmet. Well, that feels a little better. So let's get ready. Let's get out there on the road, see how this stuff works.
Let's cruise for a minute though. Let's not just make an immediate impression. I really want to. So far it's pretty good. This is pretty good right now. I mean, I'm wearing straight up summer gear and I'm in the rain and it's just a bit above freezing right now. Doing some highway speeds, just barely, but we are doing them. And you know what, guys? I don't feel too bad right now. Let's work from the bottom up. My feet, they feel good, but they are big adventure boots. Don't have any like real thermal like socks or anything, but they feel fine. Moving up my leg, I feel good. I don't feel cold right now in my pants. My torso, I'm a little cool, but I feel pretty good. Not fogging up at all. This pin lock is amazing. Now let's talk about my hands. My hands, especially the tips, are starting to get cold. I mean, I have hand guards too, which will help block the wind a bit. I think a lot of people think they can put hand guards on and they're gonna like have this big thermal protection. No, I've never really noticed hand guards to do a lot as far as that's concerned. This is a bridge going over a lake. I believe it's over a mile long. And let's see if I can feel that temperature change, because it's going to. Oh, there it is, yeah. It's colder up here. All right, let's get to the other end and let's see how I'm done. All right, here we are coming up on the other side of the bridge. Yeah, it's a little cooler out there. I still feel pretty okay. It's just my hands. My hands are getting cold. But I will say the longer I do this, the more I'm starting to feel it in my neck and kind of right here in my chest. These people must think I'm a lunatic right now. I probably couldn't maintain this with my hands getting cold like this for 30, 45 minutes at most like that, and then I would just be getting too cold and I'd want to do something about it. Oh, it's slippy out here. You can feel it. Yeah, I'm cold. I'm gonna go home. Just my hands, really. That's the biggest thing I could say right now.
That was a pretty successful test, as far as I'm concerned. Outside of my hands, which didn't really have the correct gloves on, I was doing pretty good. What this really does, it gives me really high confidence for what we have coming in the next video. That's where we're gonna be adding heat, and I'm sure a lot of you already know what that's gonna be. We're gonna go over how to wire that to the bike, all the ins and outs to that, try to make it as simple as we can. Patreon version of this video will be longer, better, and came earlier, and I really appreciate everybody who's a Patreon. But you're not seeing this anyway because I don't put this stuff in the Patreon edits. Patrons don't have to listen to me ramble about anything. They just get to watch the video as is. I gotta sneeze really bad. I'm gonna look at this light.